This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to College Park, Maryland, SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Huskers will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Washington. Got it in the middle, it's Ray. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Now on the option. Fighting off the defender. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
It's so hard to get to quarterbacks when they get the ball out of their hands this fast. Great job understanding what the defense is doing, right away assessing, hitting the corner route right off the jump.
The Terrapins are flying down the field. Rides the back on the option, the give. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
To the air, it's Washington. Fires complete on the crosser. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
And the Terrapins will try to punch it in on first and goal. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on 3rd down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical 3rd down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
And how about a decision time right off the jump? 4th down. Do I want to go for it? First drive. Palmer, what you going to do?
I'm taking the points right here. It's early in the game. You're trying to pay off this opening drive. Just get some points up on the board. It was a little closer to the end zone. I'd say maybe go for it, but I'm playing conservative. Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Looking for a man, it's Raiola. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
And the Huskers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. So they put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Grabbed behind the line, it's Ray. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
The Terrapins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gives it on the option. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to throw. It's Washington. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And the Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Ray. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Now improvising. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They come to the line with a minute to play in the opening quarter. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield.
How many 1st downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
The Terrapins are threatening on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Terrapins! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Makes the catch, it's Hunter. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the play fake. Here's the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. We've reached the break. It's Maryland with the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Quarterback gets sacked at his own 2-yard line. Give the defense a ton of credit. They were going for the safety, and they almost got it. Great effort up front by the D.
The Cornhuskers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Handoff from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's complete. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Grabbed in the middle, it's Webb. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On the move. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
And the Terrapins trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Quarterback sneaks it ahead. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
I got a feeling the defense kind of knew that was coming, stacked the line of scrimmage, got good penetration. Quarterback had absolutely nowhere to go. No push, no forward momentum. Ugh, no bueno.
And I don't think he broke the plane. The quarterback just tried to sneak it in. Power on power, and the defense won it again. What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Maryland! Fitted in the window for the score.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hunter. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by...
There he goes. Got the first down. Looking for more. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got his man on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Looking to take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Now, a lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, the hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
The give on the option. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Tight end now in motion. On the run, it's Ray. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
The Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll give it to him again. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run the option. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
And the Terrapins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
Here we go.
They'll send the back in motion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Maryland.
The Terrapins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Hauls it in. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
The running back has it. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Let's it fly. Touchdown, Terrapins! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Handoff from the shotgun. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the air, it's Raiola. Lets it fly. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. And the Terrapins will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hunter. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. The give out of the gun. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Throws for the tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Let's see what he can do with it. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football. Turning it on! And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Finds a little space. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
Coach is always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Terrapins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Dropping back, it's Washington. That's reeled in, it's Smith. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Maryland! And the route is on. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
It's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Hunter. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Here's the pressure. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got his man to the left. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because
he's going for the big play. He's got it inside the 25. slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're down 31-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass.
Number 30, set to kick off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Maryland offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. He wants to take the top off. Makes the catch down the right side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
He's tackled at the 24-yard line. Second down coming up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Washington. It's complete on the right side. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
And the Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Terrapins! And the stomping has commenced.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Hunter. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Nelson. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. And the Huskers will hustle to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
Snagged in the middle. It's Hunter. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Got it in the middle. It's Nelson. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Cornhuskers are on the move.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Rushes on him. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to pass, it's Raiola. Catch in the middle, it's Nelson. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers.
38, Nebraska 14.
So first down will open up the final period. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Hunter. He's stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Wants to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Barney. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The Huskers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal for the offense. Wants to go up top. Into the end zone. Intercepted. Still on his feet. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to thread the field position with the return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Shows him the stiff arm. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to him on the ground. Shows him the stiff arm. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. He'll go out of bounds right at the 36-yard line, and the running game making its presence felt.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
The Terrapins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll try the right side. Shakes off the defender. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Huskers want to pick up the tempo.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have...
Breaks into the open. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Now adjusting. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
Finds a man in the middle. Jumped on top of the pile. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Husker. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
No good. That keeps the score.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Maryland offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking for space. It's Ray. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
And the quarterback takes a knee. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really come? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on, keep working on them, keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.